Right now, in Japan, something is kicking off. In the city of Fujisawa, thousands of ordinary people just like you and me, have packed the streets. The chanting is clear. We don't want a single mosque here. Their signs are brutal, mate. Islamic occupation. And while this is all happening on the ground, one of the world's most powerful men, Elon Musk, drops a message from on high. Just a few words on X. Mass immigration will destroy Japan. See, while they're drawing a hard line in their own backyard here in Australia, we get told to just bend, to keep giving up our own ground piece by piece. This video is the framework to stop that. It's the playbook Japan is writing that we need to start reading. Because it makes you wonder, doesn't it, as you watch them fight for every inch of their suburbs? What are we doing to protect ours? Why does it feel like we're the only ones expected to stay silent? But while Japan is fighting back, what's happening here in Australia? For too many of us, it feels like we're just meant to quietly accept it. You do the hard yards, you pay your mortgage, you play by the rules, and you teach your kids to do the same. That was the promise of the Australian dream, a fair go and a safe backyard to call your own. But that's not the reality on the ground anymore, is it? The unspoken truth, the feeling that gnaws at you late at night, is that the system feels rigged. You feel like you're losing your own backyard. You're working harder than ever just to stand still. And you're left asking, why do we always have to be the ones to bend? Let's be crystal clear. This has nothing to do with intolerance. This is about questioning why the rules are being rewritten at your expense. It's cultural self-defense. It's about protecting what you've built. That feeling in your gut, that nagging suspicion that you're on a slippery slope. It's not paranoia, it's pattern recognition. And if you want to see the documented endgame of this quiet compromise, we need to look at the United Kingdom. Because what has happened there provides the cold, hard proof of where this road actually leads. Let me show you the data. So how does the slippery slope begin? It always starts with a seemingly reasonable question. What's the problem with just one mosque? But the story of the UK shows us this isn't about one building. It's the first step on a documented path, and the proof isn't found in fringe theories, it's in the British government's own files. In 2016, their official report, the Casey Review, laid it bare. It documented a staggering 72% growth in the Muslim population in just a single decade. The real alarm bell, though, was the review's own term for what this created. Parallel communities. Segregated enclaves, operating by their own rules. Fundamentally failing to integrate and actively damaging the social cohesion of the nation. This isn't what integration looks like. This is colonization in slow motion, documented by the state itself. And the trajectory is set. The Pew Research Centre projected back in 2017 that the UK's Muslim population could hit 17.2% by 2050. That might sound like a distant future, but the 2021 UK census already confirmed the number was nearly 4 million. The future is arriving ahead of schedule. Recognizing this isn't about fear, it's about data. It's the core of cultural self-defense, learning from the documented mistakes of others. Does this story sound familiar? Let me know in the comments if you're seeing the early stages of these same patterns emerging in your own Australian suburbs. But here's the most critical question. Do you really believe this just happened? That these demographic and cultural shifts are some kind of random, organic accident? No. This level of change, this fast, isn't a coincidence. It is the result of a deliberate strategy. A playbook, executed with precision. And if you keep watching, I'm going to expose that playbook step by step, so you can recognize the tactics before they take over your own backyard. Alright, so what is this playbook? How do they steamroll communities that don't want them? This change doesn't happen by accident. It's a calculated two-step attack. Think of it as a 1-2 punch designed to knock you out before you even know you're in a fight. First comes the local deception. This is how they get their foot in the door. They show up with all the right paperwork, smiling, telling your local council everything is above board and legally compliant. But what's happening behind the scenes is a completely different story. If you want to know how they'll operate in your suburb, just look at what they're doing in Fujisawa, Japan right now. There, they submitted plans for a mosque. What they didn't tell anyone was their alleged plan to secretly prepare dead bodies for burial right there in the shower room. In a nation that overwhelmingly practices cremation, this isn't just breaking a rule, it's a profound cultural insult, showing a total disregard for the community's future concerns about noise, traffic, and the fundamental character of their home. But what happens when locals find out? When they stand up and say, "Hang on a minute, this isn't what we agreed to," that's when the second punch lands. The ideological attack. The moment you question the project, you are no longer a concerned citizen. Suddenly, you're a racist. An alliance of left-wing activists and Islamists descends to shut down all legitimate debate. The Mainichi Shimbun newspaper reported that public briefings on the mosque descended into chaos, with police intervening after activists stormed the venue to clash with residents. And get this, footage from Japan shows these counter-protesters shouting the English word racists at the local Japanese citizens. It's an imported weapon, a Western political smear, deployed to delegitimize locals in their own country. So it's a simple, brutal combination. First they lie to get in, then, when you call them on the lie, they and their allies scream racist until you sit down and shut up. This playbook is global. The tactics used to silence Japanese residents are the exact same tactics used in Australia. Recognizing this playbook, seeing it for the cynical strategy it is the first step in our cultural self-defense. But knowing their playbook is just defense, the Japanese are showing us how to go on the attack. They aren't just taking the hits, they are executing a counter-strategy, a playbook of their own. And if you keep watching, I'm going to break down exactly what that strategy is so we can finally learn how to fight back. Alright, here it is. The Japanese counter playbook. It's brutally simple, early, hard, and completely unapologetic resistance. This isn't about feelings, mate. It's about mathematics. It's a process, a formula they've seen play out overseas. They call it the demographic avalanche. It happens in 3 stages. First, a single mosque is built, acting as an anchor for a new community. Second, that community grows. It grows through higher birth rates. Here in Australia, the Muslim population is set to pass 1 million this year, driven by a birth rate nearly double the national average. It also grows through chain migration. Third, and this is the end game, that community becomes a powerful voting bloc. A bloc that can bend local rules on everything from your kids' school curriculum to council regulations. It's an irreversible process. Think of it like a small crack in a dam. At first you can plug it with your finger, but if you ignore it, the pressure builds until the entire wall collapses. The Japanese are plugging the crack. The UK, they let the wall collapse, and we saw it there. This exact demographic shift led to the creation of dozens of Sharia councils, a parallel system confirmed by their own government's Home Office review. Hang on, stop for a second. That phrase I just used, demographic avalanche, that isn't just a theory. It's the entire battlefield. And if you don't grasp the brutal maths of how it works, you will never understand why Japan is fighting for its life, and why Australia is quietly being conquered without a single shot being fired. This is exactly why thousands of Japanese are fighting back in a town called Fujisawa. Look at this. This isn't some fringe group shouting into the void. This is thousands of ordinary people, led by a local politician. They understand that stopping that first anchor point is the only way to prevent the avalanche. They've seen what happened in the UK, what's happening right here in our own suburbs. From the 4 a.m. calls to prayer to the traffic gridlock, and they are simply saying no. Because here is the fundamental truth. Islamists don't adapt to the host nation. They expect the host nation to adapt to them. That is the key difference. Japan is simply refusing to adapt. They're choosing to defend their culture. And this puts Australia at a crossroads. There are only 2 paths now. We can follow Japan's path of early, unapologetic resistance, or we can follow the UK's path of irreversible change. There is no third option. No comfortable middle ground where we all just get along. But the Japanese understand something even deeper, something the political class here in Australia works very hard to hide from you. This isn't just a battle for your culture. It's a battle for your wallet. Because this entire demographic transformation, you're the one paying for it. And what's coming next, I'm going to show you the hidden taxes, the direct costs, and the cold hard numbers that prove how the system is forcing you to fund your own displacement. Alright, let's look at the bill. Hey, the Australian Treasury's own modelling in a report called Fiona lays it out in black and white. While skilled migrants are a net positive for the budget, and we welcome that, the report shows that humanitarian entrants, the very streams anchored by these mosques, impose significant long-term costs on you, the taxpayer. We're talking welfare, infrastructure, services. Offshore processing alone has cost us over $12 billion since 2012. You are being forced to pay for your own displacement. And this, right here, is your shield. When they try to shut you down with labels, you show them the numbers from our own treasury. This isn't about hate. It's about basic economics. It's about the fact we are funding a system that is actively making our own lives harder and our communities unrecognizable. Because the cost isn't just financial, it is a down payment on something else entirely. We have to be brutally honest here. We are not dealing with a simple religion. When a belief system demands its own separate parallel legal system, it ceases to be just a faith. It becomes a competing political ideology that seeks dominance, not coexistence. If you want proof, look at the UK. An official government review confirmed there are now up to 85 Sharia councils operating across England and Wales. 85. A parallel legal system running right alongside British law, undermining the entire principle of one law for all. This is the endgame. This is not coexistence. It is a takeover, and it is being funded by the taxpayer. The Japanese have drawn their line in the sand. The question for every Australian is, where will we draw ours? If this data matters, share this video and let's start the conversation we're not allowed to have.